So just the other day, one of our students hit almost $2,000 a day with branded dropshipping as a complete beginner. And in this video, I'm going to be breaking down the exact 4-part step-by-step process to making your first $1,000 a day with Meta Ads dropshipping. And this is the simplest, most effective system that I have ever developed. So make sure you stick around until the end of this video because this is perfect for those of you who have a limited budget, or if you are scared of losing money in testing because you probably lost money in testing before. And with this new system, you will reduce your spend on losing products by up to 70 to 80% while still being able to scale up your winners aggressively. And this is literally the fastest way to get to $1,000 a day with branded dropshipping, even if you are a complete beginner. So make sure you stick around to the end of this video because we're going to cover the 4-part step-by-step process in detail to get you to your first $1,000 a day. Let's go. So let me zoom out here. And we're going to start with step 1, which is literally to find products that are already selling. So what you're going to do is go to TikTok Creative Center, and you're literally just going to see what ads are already working. And the way we're going to structure our testing campaign, as you guys are going to see later on in this video, is to literally just capture the demand that other big ass brands are already generating. So you have to remember, there are brands out there that are spending millions of dollars a week on ads, and they're generating all this demand for their product. And you can take a similar product and just capture that demand. It's beautiful. So you're going to go into the Creative Center on TikTok. And I actually have some filters that you can use here. You're going to filter by country, niche, conversions, videos in the last 7 days, and you're going to filter this by reach. So the reason why we're filtering by reach is when we want to see the ads that basically have the most visibility on them, presumably because they have the most budget being spent on them. Now, when it comes to the niche, you kind of have to come into the Creative Center knowing what niche you want to target. You can filter by all ads and you'll see something that looks more so like this. And you can do that as well, but I find it's more effective when you come in with a specific niche. So look up, using a spy tool, find winning products, and that'll give you ideas for niches. So just for the purposes of example, I did women's clothing. And as you can see, it's going to give me all of the highest conversion-based ads in the last 7 days that have the most reach and ideally the most spend. And you can literally click into a top creative and then just go to the website link to validate the product. So TikTok literally gives you the link, click on it, and then you're going to use this Chrome extension called SimilarWeb, and you're going to look for 50 to 100K monthly sessions. Let me make myself smaller here. 50 to 100K monthly sessions. The more visitors, the more money they're making. You want to go after the saturated stuff. You want to see the stuff with, millions of visitors like this, because that means that you can take a tiny piece of that pie. Guys, a fraction of this business is literally enough to set you up for the rest of your life. You can start making your first $1,000 a day just by taking a tiny. These guys are doing 1 million sessions a month. You only need like 20K sessions to have a successful dropshipping business. So you're going to use SimilarWeb and you're going to go after 50 to 100K plus. The more visitors, the better. And the more money, or the more visitors, the more money they're making, and the more money means the larger the pie. And the larger the pie, the larger the slice of that pie you can take. And with our testing strategy, we are literally going to capture all of this demand that these guys are generating. And so I want you to think of this new strategy and this approach to branded dropshipping just like this. So you have an hourglass, right? And you have all of this sand that is slowly transferring to the bottom. So you could think of this as the demand being generated by big brands, because they are spending millions and millions and millions of dollars, sometimes, dollars that are VC funded, and they're, it's money that has been given to them literally for the purposes of spending and generating interest for this particular product. And you could imagine our store using this strategy as positioning right here. We want to stand at the center of the hourglass of demand and literally just place our store and our ads exactly where the demand is being generated. And this is going to feed directly into how we set up our testing campaign, as you see later on in this video. But we essentially want to take all this demand that's being funneled, and as it's funneling down, we literally position our store and ads here and we capture all of that demand. We just need a tiny fraction of this demand. This down here, that's the money, okay? That's millions of dollars. And these tiny grains of sand here, those are thousands of dollars, sometimes millions if you play your cards right. So that is the testing strategy. Demand being generated by big brands. We want to position our store exactly where that demand is. And we're going to use our testing strategy so we only spend on that demand right there. Beautiful. So once you find your product, it should be very, very easy. It should take you no more than 30 minutes to find a product. From there, you can start building the niche store. You want to build your store around the niche. This way you can test multiple products within one store. Build a niche store, find the winning solo product, because once you have the niche store, you can just test as many products as you freaking want. And then you can expand with new products within the same niche. So once you find one that's working, you're going to find more like the ones that are working, scale them up, rinse and repeat. So for example, if I'm going to test a shapewear product, I should already be looking for other proven, validated shapewear products. So like, going back to this example, if I want to go after this product, which is like a bra for women with smaller chests, then I'm going to look at whatever this product is and this product and this product, and I'm going to see if I can actually house all of these products on a single store, because all of these are hitting the criteria, right? You have 1 million views there, 37K likes there, 393K likes there. All of these products fit the criteria of something that's validated more often than not. And if you can house them on one specific store, you now have 4 validated products that you can test all at once. And using this low risk strategy, you're only going to spend on the winners. So you want to imagine your store as a niche store and build it that way, so that way you can test as quickly as possible. Now, there is a software called Copy. I'm not affiliated. There's no affiliate link to sell you anything. But you can literally use this to copy paste other stores. I'm starting to experiment this with myself. I've heard tons of good things about this from other people in the space. So you can use this and you can literally copy stores in, 10, 30 seconds. But when in doubt, just find your nearest competitor, copy their layout using your brand colors and your own copy, and your store should look exactly like theirs. So this is my store, and as you can see, it looks super branded, but there's really not that much going on with it. I just have a nice cohesive color scheme. When in doubt, just use black because it's the cleanest. I have this really nice announcement bar up top. I've got social proof. I've got my benefits up here. I've got an offer, and I've got some images. That's literally it, but you'd be surprised how many people are still building crappy looking stores. And remember this, guys, big brands have salaried employees designing their site for maximum conversion. So don't overcomplicate or try to reinvent the wheel. There are people who are literally employed just to build high converting sites. So if you copy a high converting site, the testing and optimization has already been done for you. Don't overcomplicate or try to reinvent the wheel. Remember, our strategy is being informed by this. We just want to sit in the middle of that demand being generated and literally just capture it. So don't reinvent the wheel and keep your store nice and simple, very clean color scheme, and have the right elements, social proof, benefits above the fold, and you are good to go. So you've built the store. Now we are going to source the creatives. And in this new system, or in this updated system rather, in testing, your product is more important than your creative. Okay, it's all about product. So focus on getting ad ready content as quickly as possible. Existing dropshipping ads, so ads that are currently running, and or simple UGCs with minimal edits or hooks, those work the best. So if you're using a tool like PP Ads, which by the way, shameless plug, if you join God's Your Ecom, you get access to the VIP Pro account, the maximum tier account of the software, for completely free, because I'm a G. You can literally just download the media for the ad. So you can take this amazing high converting creative and you can just use it yourself. You don't even have to make anything. And this is often enough to actually test if a product is worth pouring additional capital into. For testing, it works completely fine, especially using this strategy. Another thing that you can do is just search the product name. So here I was going after the wireless shaper bra. So that is what I searched into TikTok. You can compile all of these organic TikTok clips, and then you can either go direct upload or you can do minimal text edits on top of these. Plenty of YouTube videos, my channel included, that teach you how to edit a UGC clip. So I'm not going to go into that into detail here, but remember, just keep it simple. Minimal text edits work just fine. And you can use CapCut and auto captions to very quickly turn this into ad ready content. So if you're in CapCut, this is just one specific video. I did make some very minimal edits just because there were certain pauses that I wanted to get rid of. Literally, you just use this auto caption feature right here, and then you press generate and you press export and you are done. Do this, rinse and repeat it, several times until you have anywhere from 3 to 9 ad creatives, video ads, and you are good to go. Once you've actually sourced the creatives, and you'd be surprised, guys, it's often the most simplest ones that end up getting spent. You are then going to create your testing campaign. Now, before we actually get into the testing campaign, you're going to need to know a certain metric known as your break-even cost per acquisition. And what the break-even CPA tells us is how much we can spend on ads to make a sale before we become unprofitable after we pay for our cost of goods. So you have your sale price, you have your cost of goods. The difference between those two is what's known as your gross profit. And the gross profit is usually your break-even CPA, because that tells you how much more dollars you have left to spend on ads before you become unprofitable. So using this calculator, again, not affiliated, no link, I just looked up break-even CPA calculator. You're going to take out the average order packaging cost, set that to zero, set the shipping and warehousing pick cost to zero, and you're just going to do your COGS minus your AOV, or your AOV minus your COGS, and that's going to give you your break-even CPA. So that's the maximum that you can spend to make a sale before you're unprofitable. Once you have your break-even CPA, you are now going to launch your risk limit testing campaign using cost caps. So the way I set this up is using an ABO campaign. I like to set mine at $50 to $100 a day. I have been leaning more towards 50 as of late, because I find all the products that I've launched recently, even if they're set at a break-even CPA, I actually end up spending the full $100 a day. So you can limit it to $50 a day to keep a close lid on your campaign. The only thing is, it needs to be at least above your break-even CPA. So if your break-even CPA is $72, do not set your daily budget to 50, because you might be able to get a conversion that day. Like Meta might get you a conversion at 70, but you don't have enough daily budget to actually spend it, which would be so stupid. So set it to at least above your break-even CPA, or anywhere from 50 to $100. I've been liking $50 for any CPA targets that are under 50. Then you're going to do one ad set, completely broad targeting. So no audience changes or anything like that. Set your countries to whatever locations that you want to ship to. I typically go US and Canada. Then you're going to do cost cap bidding, or cost per result goal bidding. And then you're going to set your cost cap to 10% below your break-even CPA. Now, if you are someone who is a little bit more aggressive, like let's say capital and budget isn't really a big thing for you, then you can set your CPA, your cost cap, to your break-even point. That's going to be more aggressive because you're giving Meta more budget to spend on that conversion. But if you're someone who is coming in with a lower budget and you really want to save as much money per test as possible, then 10 to 20% below your break-even CPA. The more below, or the lower you go beneath your break-even CPA, the less likely you are to spend, but the more money you're likely to save as well. So play around with it. I like 10% below as a nice benchmark. So I take 90% of this number right here, and then I set that as my CPA target here. Then you just load in all of your creatives. All the creatives go into a single ad set, and you literally just launch all of your creatives into this one ad set, and you're going to let Meta do all of the work. Because with this cost cap, Meta is going to tell you whether or not any of these creatives plus your product plus your offer are good enough to get you conversions. And using the system, you are only going to spend your budget if Meta can get you conversions at the cost cap target that you set. And Meta might spend more than usual on day one because it needs some spend to see if there's demand, but it will quickly cap your spend and stop delivering once it realizes it can't get you purchases. So you're only going to keep spending on winners, and your losers will be cut for you. So you don't need to spend $200, $300, $400 on a product test. Meta is going to spend a little bit of budget, and within the first 100 to 500 impressions, it will know. Trust me, guys, Meta has trillions of data points on our customers. It knows if it can get you a conversion. And if it can't, it's going to cut the spend. And you're only going to keep spending on winners. So let me show you an example of how powerful this is. So these are my results, and I was able to test 4 products at the exact same time without losing money. Think about how powerful that is. I tested 4 products. Now, each of these were set at $100 dailies. So over the course of 7 days at $400, you should have spent $2,800, and instead I only spent $400. And you can see across 7 days at $100 daily budget, a lot of these ad sets here did not spend anywhere close to that amount that they should have if they were just spending their full daily budget across 7 days. And you can see the reason why is because the return on ad spend was incredibly low on those products. And rightfully so, Meta stopped spending. But I actually have a product here that did get spent right here that spent more than the other products and generated me 7 purchases and $454 in sales and a 3 return on ad spend. This product I can now scale, right? And the benefit is that I am actually profitable. I was able to test 4 products and stay profitable on my entire testing budget. And now I can simply kill all of these products. So I just cross them out like that. and I go all in on this winner. I add in new creatives, I increase the budget, I increase the cap, or I tighten the cap, increase the budget, whatever the case may be. I can now scale into this 3 return on ad spend product and get rid of the losers because Meta is cutting the spend for me. This is literally the most powerful way to begin dropshipping because you will not spend money on products that are not going to get you conversions, as you can see. And the spend is going to go towards the products that are the most likely to generate you results. And those products you can then scale, and you can keep testing as many products as you want without worrying about overspending on losers. And you won't have to worry about underspending on winners because you're going to get those full daily spends on those winning products. So this is the system that I'm teaching now inside of my course and community. And I'm giving it to you guys here on YouTube literally for free. And this is the exact same system that one of our students literally used. I mean, he said he still has no idea what he's doing, but the results would say otherwise because he hit $2,000 in a single day on a completely brand new store using this exact setup and system. So as a quick recap, step 1, finding products that are already selling. Step 2, build the store. Step 3, source the creatives. And step 4, launch the testing campaign. Repeat this process over and over again, and you can launch and run as many products as you want across each of these campaigns because you're only going to spend if you're going to get conversions. And if you're not, then you're going to spend at target. And if you're not spending, then that's good because you're not wasting money. And if you are spending, that spend is going to taper off if the results will not eventually be good. And if they are good, you are going to be left with a 3 return ad spend. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want to get access to my full complete masterclass, I showed you step-by-step how to build your first dropshipping business and scale it to $1,000 a day in literally less than a couple of hours using the system. If you want to get access to a free one-on-one coaching call, and I'll actually just jump over to my school community now and show you guys a little bit about what you get. So I am actually closing enrollment for this group on the 28th of October. Right now is the lowest price that it will ever be. And literally, if you join today, you're going to get access to one-on-one VIP coaching calls month by month. There's already one person that's taken that spot. There's only 30 spots left. You're going to get access to the Meta Ads Masterclass, the winning product blueprint, the high converting store template that I've literally already built for you so you can just plug and play. You're going to get my 90 days, 100K in 90 days proven scaling system, my private supplier, 3 weekly coaching calls, and you also get access to a shared PP Ads and Shop Hunter account literally in the group that you guys can use for free. Those 2 accounts combined are $338. You get them for free literally for 99 bucks a month. And it literally takes like 3 sales to make back your membership fee. So that's going to be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you got a ton of value out of this, make sure to leave a like and a comment below. Let me know if you actually test out this cost cap testing strategy. Use a winning product or a product that you've tested on the regular bidding strategy that maybe didn't perform so well. Test it on cost caps and let me know how it goes. But otherwise, that has been it. Hope to see you guys inside of God's Ecom. Otherwise, I will catch you in the next one. Peace.